Boy, I don't know. I think this comedy thing looks kind of easy. Maybe I'll try it. Well, I have a joke. So, and we all know it's Christmas coming, so you may have seen or heard this joke, but, Christmas Eve, and unfortunately we have 3 tragic deaths across the country. 3 gentlemen just died suddenly at the same time. So they all pop up at the pearly gates, and they meet St. Peter's. And I said, well, since it's Christmas, be easy on you guys. All you just have to do is show me something that will symbolize Christmas, and I'll let you in. One guy pulls out a lighter, lights it, and says, this is to symbolize all the candles that we lit for all the church services going on. In you go. The other guy fumbled. Hey, wait, I got my own. The keys. And start jingling them like the bells that would go on to support the choir as they're singing all the Christmas songs. So, okay, in you go. Third guy's just scrambling, can't find anything. Oh, wait, he had something. What the heck? So he pulled out a pair of women's underpants. St. Peter said, well, what are those? These are carols. Anyways, our next performer is actually one of my bosses at ILRC. He's actually quite a funny guy. But every now and then he comes to work dressed as a woman. And I was told that to kind of sometimes keep himself company at night. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little worried because I have to go to Brandon with him next month on a potential overnight trip. So let's give a warm welcome, everybody, for Triple D.
Thank you, and welcome to United Nations International Day for Persons with Disabilities. I'm not sure who's responsible for making me follow Janice, but they're fired. You're probably thinking because I'm Triple D that yes, I'm a cross-dresser. But the reality is no, the stereotype associated with my disability is much more negative. Actually, my name is Doug, and I'm a stutterer. That's right, you might know me from Fish Called Wanda, the Hitman, or in the movie One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest, The Rapist, or your animated swine, Porky Pig. So you can imagine most stutterers are associated with pigs, hitmans, or rapists, or even a real life character, Mike Tyson. Mike went to prison, and they thought he'd get smarter. He went to prison, not Princeton. So imagine growing up with a stutter, you get all kinds of nicknames. I got Jitter Doug, I got Dougie Ditto, Words Twice, Dash because I could never finish a sentence. And the one that stuck though was Triple D, because that's how I said my name, Doug. So people always wanted to be kind to me. They either wanted to be really kind or they wanted to fix me. My dad was one of those kind people. He thought, Dougie, I know what's going to help you. I'm going to get you a cat. So he takes forever to find this cat. I don't know what's taking him so long. It's just a cat. How hard is it to find a cat? So anyways, he gets me this cat, and it's the quietest cat you ever heard. Never says a word. I wake up the first morning, and this cat sitting on top of me. I call my cat Mimi. Sitting on top of me, going, me, 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 meow. He got me a stuttering cat. He took the time to get me a stuttering cat. So the second day comes around, and this cat sitting on top of me again, me, 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 meow. That's the last day that Mimi stayed in our house, and to this day I have a really strong aversion to cats. So one of my grade six teachers also wanted to be really kind towards me, and she thought, well, I want to include Doug in this contest. So we had a Spirit Week Name That Tune contest, and the music's playing, and this one guy's getting them all right, so I don't feel how she's including me. She said, Dougie, this one's for you. She hits the tape, and it's la 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 bomba. I get it right away. And then the next one, she hits it again, and it's my Sharona. I got 2 in a row. And the third one is Benny and the Jets. So I've got 3 in a row. I'm tied with this guy. And she said, this is the last one. So She hits the recorder. I know it again. I'm banging myself because I'm a real physical stutterer. So I'm hitting myself. I'm throwing myself against my classmates. They're banging me up the aisle. And I'm going ding, 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 ding. And she said, that's right. And they all stop and go, he didn't say anything. And he just said, well, he acted it out. It's Pinball Wizard. So I won the contest and I invented slam dancing that day. Check it up on Google. There's unknown inventor because it's me, Triple D. In that grade 6 class, I invented slam dancing. So I joined the Army in 1980, and my friends in the Army thought, well, the best way to get you to stop stuttering is to scare the words out of you. So what they suggested was that I jump out of airplanes. So I said, okay. So I get into an airplane. The sergeant's there, and he says, okay, Lockhart, when I say go, I want you to jump, count to 3, and pull your cord. I said, okay. And then he said, go. I jump, I start my counting, and the ground just rushing up at me. I don't know what's going on. And before you know it, I slam into a haystack, and I get up, and all my army buddies are rushing around to me, and they say, Lockhart, what's going on? Why didn't you pull your cord? And I pull my head out of the straw and I say, 3. So the parachuting didn't work really well. The next thing they tried was speech therapy. And with the speech therapy, they kept teaching me Peter Piper pecked a peck of pickled peppers. And how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I can say that great. But imagine trying to work that into a conversation. So I started dating and going to bars because I'm a physical stutterer. I wanted to find a venue that would work for me. So dancing up to a girl, and it was great, and I could speak. But as soon as the music stopped, then I had to go into Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, and that didn't go over very well. So I had to think, what else can I do besides going to a bar, because this didn't work. And I thought, this worked amazingly. Hollywood roller skating every Friday and Saturday in Calgary, Alberta. That's where I was stationed. That's where I was, because I could roller skate and move, and I could stutter and nobody would even know. So when the music stopped, though, that's when the words stopped. And I learned that I became really lonely. But the good part of that was I now know how to recognize lonely people, because those are the ones that are really learn to enjoy the feeling of their own tongue in their mouth. So you walk around ILRC at any time, and you'll notice people with their eyes rolling in the back of the head, with their tongue swishing back and forth. They're really lonely people. There's lots of them in ILRC. Oh, there's one right over there. I can see you. So I started to think, lying in bed one night with my tongue swishing in my mouth, why do I stutter? I started to analyze myself. And it became pretty obvious that the words in English language are really confusing. I mean, have you ever had a hot dog with a dog in it? When you think about words, grape, about the first 3 letters in the word funeral are fun. I've never had fun at a funeral before. But being in the military, I was a private. I shared a Quonset hut with 20 other men. There's nothing private about that. So no wonder why I was so confused. So after I analyzed myself and got a better idea as to why I stutter, I realized that, you know what? There's a lot of people that are confused with English language. There's a Hooters waitress in Florida who was promised a Toyota first for selling the most beer in her restaurant. And the day came, the owner walked her out to the parking lot blindfolded, took off the blindfold, and there was Yoda from Star Wars, a toy. She actually sued Hooters and won for that confusion around that language, and they gave her a Toyota, a real Toyota. Also, my wife is an ex-Hutterite, and she told me a story about her dad who had 3 brothers. And her dad used to do a lot of deep thinking on the train bridge just outside their colony. And this train bridge was about 200 feet off of a rock quarry. So one of her brothers walked up to her and he said, "What you doing with that there parrot, Eli?" And he said, "Watch this." He jumps off the bridge, shoots the parrot, crashes to his death. He said, "Oh, Eli, I wish you wouldn't have done that parrot shooting." And then another brother came up. He got a couple of budgies on his shoulders. He says, "What you doing with them dar budgies there, James?" He says, "Just watch this." Jumps off the bridge. Splat. "Wish you wouldn't have done that budgie jumping." His last brother come up, his brother Harry, and Harry has a chicken. He says, "What you doing with that chicken, Harry?" He says, "Watch this." Jumps off the bridge. "Oh no, lost my last brother to hang gliding." So I get married, have a lovely wife. Obviously, she's an ex-Hutterite. I'm a stutterer. Imagine the confusion and miscommunication in that relationship. So we recognize that, she identified that there's a doctor in the city that does a lot of good work in making stutterers fluent. So I said, "Okay, I'll give it a try." So I go to this doctor. I said, "Doc, can you help?" And he says, "I'm pretty sure I can help you. I've helped a lot of stutterers, and they're very fluent, so let's give it a try." So he says, "Okay, I just take off all your clothes and we'll start the exam and we'll get right into it." So I get naked and he turns and looks at me and goes, "Whoa, there's your problem with all that weight hanging from you, pulling on your vocal cords. Of course you can't talk." So he says, "We're just going to have to cut that in half. And I'm sure you'll be fluent." So I come back for the surgery. I wake up from the surgery and I go, "Doc, I hope this works." "I'm fluent. I can talk. It worked. It's fantastic." He says, "No problem. Come back in 2 weeks." So I go back home and my wife says, "You're fluent. That's incredible. How did you do it?" He says, "I got a little surprise for you later," is what I said to her. And so later came along and she said, "I think we had a miscommunication, misunderstanding. This isn't going to work." So I went back to the doctor and I said, "Doctor, I'm going to have the other half foot back on." And he says, No way. So then I really start to accept my disability then, after that point. And now I see it as excitement for you, the listener. It's like the drum roll, the anticipation of the next word coming out. So you're really, really fortunate to be in my presence now. So I take advantage of that opportunity to be excited. Just as I acquired a realization or accepted my disability, I realized that I have another disability that's happening to me, and I'm starting to go blind really slowly. And as a result, I'm recognizing a lot of my environment and being more aware of the environment for people that are blind. So I was at a drive-through in Brandon recently, and I saw this sign on their drive-through menu. It says, "Ask us about our Braille menus," in their drive-through. So I'm going up there to do some training, and I happen to have a white cane in the back of my van, so I'm trying to think fast. What can I do here? And I saw my wife's sunglasses in the front dash. So I put the sunglasses on, and the lady asked me what I would like from the speaker box, and I said, I'm going to need to see your Braille menu. And she said, "Sure, drive right up." So I tapped my way up, looking the other way, tapping my way up to the window. And when I get to the window, she hands me the menu. So I finger the menu like I'm reading it, looking away from her. I make my order, and she still doesn't get it. So I just add one more thing, and I say, "Do you have any Braille napkins?" And she actually went to look for them. Thank you very much. That's my time. I've been Triple D.
Thank you, Doug.